Hello and welcome to the TEAS information session part 2, brought to you from Kathy at HACC Tutoring. Let's get ready to take the TEAS. In this second part of the video, we did a first part on kind of what to expect from the TEAS, went through the different sections. In this video, we're going to talk about preparation for the TEAS, how you might want to study and prepare for the TEAS, and talk about different resources that are available to you. Always want to share the new sort of information as far as HACC requiring all nursing and dental hygiene students to take the TEAS in person as of the spring of 2024. So let's get into how you might prepare for the TEAS. You might compare it to the healthcare process, which many of you might be familiar with in terms of assessing the patient, analyzing what's going on with them, creating a plan of care, implementing that plan, evaluating how the patient's doing, and kind of rotating through that plan. You're going to want to do something similar with your TEAS preparation. Assess and analyze what you know about the ATI-TEAS, what are your areas of strength and weaknesses, what resources and strategies do you have to help you. What is the TEAS test? The test of essential academic skills is what that acronym stands for, and it's administered through the ATI nursing education. It contains 4 sections with 170 questions total. They are a variety of questions. Some are multiple choice, others are hotspot questions, some are more than one choice. And you are allowed 209 minutes, which is about 3.4 hours, and it's a great predictor of success in a clinical program. So some students might have a few weeks to prepare for the TEAS, some might have a few months. So think about that in terms of how much preparation you want to do and when, depending on how much time. I think the ideal amount of time would probably be at least 2 months, if not more. But sometimes I realize students don't have that amount of time. So review all of these things. The 4th bullet point down, if you have taken the TEAS before, you're going to want to look at topics to review and definitely identify resources to help you. As many of you might know, HACC offers a free TEAS study group on a weekly basis that's held over Zoom. Just go to our website and you'll see all the details about that. In that study group, we have our tutors leading that group, going through sample questions, talking about which one is the right answer and why. There's also Facebook groups, plenty of videos on YouTube, definitely books and apps. But creating a specific detailed study plan is a really good idea, whether you have 2 weeks or you have 2 months. Being very specific and strategic will be a big help to you. These are some of the resources that we recommend. Some of them we have found, some of them have been recommended to us by students. There are a variety of books here, apps, websites, etc. We definitely recommend that students don't spend a lot of money on their TEAS resources, because many of these things can be found free through our library, whether it's a physical book or an electronic resource. Many things can be purchased used online if you like a physical copy of a book to have in your own possession and kind of write in and all of that kind of thing. But there's lots of options for you, and there's an even more extensive list on the HACC website of free resources and resources you would have to pay for. Don't cram when you study for the TEAS. I would definitely recommend spending a lot of time breaking up the way that you study, how you study. Maybe you have other friends that are preparing for the TEAS at the same time. You guys could study together. And of course, there's that HACC TEAS study group, which is a great resource. And then as you implement your study plan, complete a practice test and see how you did. And if you did really well on the reading, maybe you don't spend as much time on those practice questions and spend more time on the science questions, which didn't go so well for you in a practice session. That's something to definitely keep in mind. In planning when you are going to take the TEAS, maybe you're looking ahead to the fall semester, and you probably don't want to plan to take the TEAS on the same week that you have a few midterms and papers due. So really looking at your complete calendar and everything you have going on is a great idea when scheduling the TEAS. Just going to take a quick minute to talk about this concept of metacognition. And this is the idea of thinking about your own thinking and learning and really delving into how you think and learn the best. It might be a little bit different for everybody. One thing you might do is look back on a class that went really well for you and you feel like you really got to know the material on a very high level. How did you do that? What did you do for that class that you can apply to your TEAS preparation? And take it from there. Some students have questions about how to register to take the TEAS. All the information on the gray part of this slide is taken directly from the HACC website. So it is available to you, but I know sometimes it can be confusing to students. So I really just encourage you to read everything that's on the website and go from there. Student check-in on test day. Definitely arrive early, at least 15 minutes. You need to be prepared to show a current photo ID to the test proctor, and you will need to know your ATI login, username, and password. A lot of students set up their ATI account at their home computer, store that information on here, and come to one of our campuses to take the test and don't have that information handy. We will be able to help you to recover that information, but it certainly adds to the stress of what is sometimes already a little bit of a stressful situation. So I encourage you to do that ahead of time. You will get a piece of scratch paper and we'll be able to use a pen or pencil to do any work. A calculator is provided within the test for any parts that you need it for. Obviously the math, it's handy for that. Personal items must be out of sight as you take the test, so please be prepared not to bring a lot in because you won't be able to have it on the desk with you as you take the TEAS. Your results are displayed as soon as you complete the test, and then you'll have access to your results through your ATI account and study suggestions if you need to take the TEAS again. And then everyone starts as soon as they are ready and progresses at their own speed when they take the TEAS at our campus. We definitely recommend that you sleep and eat well and maybe limit your caffeine, carbs, and sugar so you're in prime condition to concentrate. Definitely eliminate distractions. And our Wi-Fi is good at all of our campuses, so that's no longer an issue. You can do some deep breathing and definitely stay positive. Reading directions, answering options carefully, pace yourself. I definitely want to reiterate that. Please don't rush through the TEAS. We find that the students with the best scores are not the ones that finish in a very quick period of time, but the ones that take their time and answer questions completely and thoroughly. And then some basic advising tips. So you can go back into your ATI account. HACC takes your highest composite or one-day total test score. Apply once you reach the score you want. You may retest, but it is recommended that you wait at least 45 days and can't take the TEAS more than 3 times in an application period, which is a year. ATI requires a 14-day remediation period. So if you did take the TEAS, weren't happy with your score and want to go in, you'll click on My Results. You'll be able to click down here in your assessment. And then you'll see the 4 sections, and it gives you lots of great information on this page. You can also then click here where it says show all topics to review and be able to delve really deep into each of the 4 categories of how you did, and then therefore where you want to remediate. You'll be able to see a screen like this that shows you all of your sub-content areas, where you did the best, where you need some remediation. And then this particular information also references the ATI-TEAS study manual, which could be a resource that you purchase. It shows you exactly where in the study manual that information is so that you can really target your studying and remediation. This is just another example of the science section. We put blue arrows next to all of the gastrointestinal questions. This student got 3 of those wrong. They got where the yellow arrows are, 2 questions wrong regarding the cardiovascular system. So that's a great way to kind of hone in on results so that you can remediate in the areas where you missed more than 1 question. And then the question always comes up, what happens if I don't get accepted into clinicals? This is a great conversation to have with your advisor. Hopefully, you've developed a rapport with that individual. They know you, they know your strengths and weaknesses, your passions and interests, and they might encourage you to explore some parallel paths, whether it's here at HACC through some of our different programs, such as practical nursing, medical assisting, healthcare management. We definitely encourage students not to lose hope. Maybe the nursing field isn't for everyone, but definitely speak with your advisor about that. And maybe you try again, maybe you pursue a parallel path that can still lead you in the right direction that you are hoping to be in to begin with. And that is our presentation. I have my name and contact information on the screen. We wish you luck in your pursuit of a great TEAS score. Thanks for watching.